Yeah, good morning everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Marcellus Ifeanyi, or you can call me Max. So this is the first episode in my Web3Bridge series. As you know, this year I'm back on a journey to become a blockchain developer. So as someone who has experience in the financial market, trading both in cryptocurrencies and the forex market and stuff, so this year I made a decision that instead of being an ordinary user, so let me create a product and contribute to the community. So that is why I'm back on the journey. So far, it's been an incredible journey with Web3Bridge. So I'm part of the organized students. So this is just a summary of what we've done so far in the week one. So week one is more of introduction to blockchain. So we get to understand what are networks. So we started with networks. Then from computer network, we enter into blockchain network, understand blockchain. Then we get deeper into Bitcoin, understand why Bitcoin came on board, which came on board to solve the issue of transfer of value. You know, in the normal financial market, we have what we call gold, which serves as a store of value. And then Bitcoin is like the digital gold, which is not Turing complete. Now, since Bitcoin is not Turing complete, that means you can actually build applications on it. You can only use it for transfer of value. Now, the inefficiencies or the lags we have in Bitcoin made Vitalik, Ethereum, and Gavin and the rest to come up with Ethereum. So Ethereum actually gave us the platform to build applications on top of the blockchain network. That is now what we have today as decentralized applications. So through the invention of Ethereum, we now have smart contracts. So Ethereum is like the world computer. So Ethereum is more complete. That means you can write applications on it and it will run it at any time it wants. Now, what is smart contracts? So smart contracts, they are just computer logics, but they execute based on predetermined or predefined condition. You know that trust is the fundamental currency of commerce. What do I mean? If you want to do a business with me, the first thing you think of is, do you trust me? Yes, so trust is the first thing everybody looks at. But now in this case, you don't need to trust anybody, but you now trust the system. So the trust is built into the system. So just see smart contract as code as law. So it operates on a principle of code as law. So if then else, so if this is true, then do this. But if this is not true, don't do this. So everything you want to happen in the transaction, you encode it into the logic. Then the smart contract, they take it, guys, they are self-executing. Then from there we enter into accounts in Ethereum. So we have what we call the smart contract accounts, and we have what we call the externally owned account, EOAs. So in your smart contract accounts, you have codes, but in your EOA, or what we call the externally owned accounts, you don't have codes, but what you have is private keys and public key. Now through your private key, through your keys, you're able to initiate transaction. Now, your smart contract account can't initiate a transaction because it doesn't have key. So it's your EOA that initiates a transaction. Then your smart contract will now respond to it. Then from there, we dive deeper into understanding cryptography, which is actually the whole technology that makes it easier. You know, the word cryptography is from the Greek word. You know, the word cryptocurrency is from the Greek word crypto. Yes. So when you hear of crypto, it simply means hidden. Now, currency is money. So that's why cryptocurrency, in a broader aspect, simply means hidden money. Yes. So it's the technology behind this. And you should know that cryptocurrency is the first application that actually shows us that this blockchain technology works 100%. Yes, so as a crypto trader, I'm a maximalist in the industry, so I somewhat believe in the industry, and that's why I'm building on it. Now, as someone that has experience in trading and finance, me personally, during the week we are introduced to DeFi, so I went further into DeFi because that is the area I'm looking at going deep into. So going deep into DeFi and also going deep into smart contract and auditing, because that is the area I want to specialize on, while also being a trader, because trading is part of my life. It's part of my life. No matter what I'm doing, trading still remains a greater part of my life. But I want to build products. I want to contribute to the ecosystem. Now in DeFi, you have flash loan, which allows you to borrow, learn, and do all that. Then from there, we also introduce to Ethereum clients. So in Ethereum client, we have various language implementation. Now, if you are someone that understands Go, you can write the client using Get, that is Go Ethereum, or you can write it in Paris using Rust, or you can write it in Harmony using Java, and all of that. Then we also move further to understand the various types of nodes. When you talk about nodes, these are the computer or the network. So we have the full node, we have the light node, we have the archive node. Now there are differences between them. Maybe I will link more. I'll drop a link in the description of the video if you really want to go deep to understand node. Then we look at the consensus mechanism, because this is the most important of all. Blockchain is deterministic, so that means a consensus must always be reached at every time for the nodes to actually add a block. Now we call this blockchain, but let's break this down. When you say something is a block, just block is a list of other transactions. Yet chain is chain is like, would I say, a unit or what links the block. So when various blocks are chained together, when various blocks are linked together, you have the blockchain. Now visualize this as a book. Now visualize blockchain as a book. Now when you are writing something on a book, we call it transaction. Transaction is forever changing the state of the network. So that means if I give you a book and give you a pen, as you are writing, you are doing a transaction. Now, that particular page of book where you've written your name or whatever asked you to write is the block. Now, the combination of those blocks gives you blockchain. Now, if you watch, maybe the type of book you have, you might have a spiral bound or whatever. So that thing that holds those various pages of books together is the chain. So the combination of the various pages of books gives you the blockchain. They are chained together cryptographically. So that's why cryptography is a very important topic in blockchain. So they are chained, they are linked together cryptographically. So that means each page of the book or each block on the network makes reference to the previous block or makes reference to the parent block. So you can't stand alone. So you must make a reference to the parent block, to the hash of the parent block. Now, if the hash of the new block is not in alignment or is not the same with the hash of the previous block, that means a consensus won't be reached. Now, looking at consensus, we have various consensus mechanisms. Now, Bitcoin runs on proof of work. Now, Ethereum 1.0 runs on proof of work, but currently Ethereum 2.0 runs on proof of stake. Now, in proof of work, you are giving what we call computational power. It's based on computational power. So, more of game theory. You have a course to solve. Then, at the end, whoever the miner that was able to solve it correctly and successfully added the block to the network will be rewarded with what we call the mining rewards. Like in Bitcoin, we have the mining reward, and we also have Bitcoin halvings. Like by May 2024, there's going to be a Bitcoin halving, so which is going to slash the mining reward by 2. So Bitcoin halving, at each Bitcoin halving, the miner's reward is slashed by 2. So I will link a description to it. I'll drop a link in the description of the video for you to get more insight about Bitcoin halving and the miner's reward. Then the proof of stake is more of, okay, I have this asset, I will stake this asset, and I will prove that this transaction is true. Now, if this transaction is true, reward me, but if this transaction is not true, I'll be punished. Like for the Ethereum blockchain, that is 2.0, which is running on proof of stake at the moment. So for you to become a validator on the network, you need to drop at least 32 ETH yet. Then if you verify a transaction and it's true, you'll be rewarded, but if your transaction is false, you'll be punished. Then for those of you that still want to know more about the use cases of blockchain, I wrote an article earlier this year explaining use cases of blockchain. So this article actually gave me insights that, okay, my journey to become a blockchain dev is really what is here. So I'm going to link it in the description of this video for you to know more. Then I think we'll be here again next week. Now for the next 16 weeks, I'm giving you a weekly summary of how you have been going here in Web3Bridge, my journey of becoming a world-class blockchain developer and smart contractor. Thank you for staying with me. Cheers.